chat. About to take you up to 39,000 feet. God damn. Kevin from South Boston. How about them Celtics? Let's go. South Boston, you looking real crazy right now. Kevin. Kevin from South Boston. You know, we call the phone line. If you're not familiar with the J.F.K. show, we're the guys that brought you Kevin from South Boston. The one and only. The guy you see there in the hoodie. Yes. One that was moving cars, but didn't move any cars. God damn, Kev. If you're not familiar with J.F.K., I take you up to 39,000 feet. Above the bullshit. Turbulence in the chat. Message from the flight deck. Hope your day was great. Tomorrow's our motivation, you know what I mean? I said I hope your day was great. Tomorrow's our motivation. You know what I mean? Something like that. Message from the flight deck. Put your trays up. Whatever you like to do. Whatever your vice might be. You know, hit your nips. Pull on your vape. Tell a friend. Share something. Call your friend. Throw it up on your TV. Lay back. Relax. I'm about to take you up to 39,000. Let's go. Still believe. Woo! Still believe. Yes. Are we doing chat? Still believe. Waiting on James Jackson.
I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself, like I don't need no one else. Yeah, come on. You hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself, like I don't need no one else. Yeah, come on.
Still fighting through the pain, trying to change our ways. Still believe it gets better, trying to find a way. I've stayed to the grave, our soul remains. Try to take it all from us. We gon' make a pay, still believe. Gonna find a way, still believe. Fighting through the pain, still believe. Our soul remains, still believe. Still believe in your dreams. At Christmas time, it was just lots of pain. Hindsight 2020 at 40, not the same. Do the math on the podcast, dropping names. It's God's wrath, like clots in the vein. Crazy how everybody dies in real time. Anxiety high, you know I don't feel fine. Grew up with boom bap, used to kill rhymes. Connect physically, spiritually, it can heal minds. Devils working overtime, cancer in the colon. The answer was right there, no one ever told them. System overload, keep hold, then control them. Gotta watch your people, the Rico will fold them. And we still in these streets with no health care. Egomaniacs with no self-care. We living in denial with dreams, we out here. Things ain't what they seem, keep yourself aware, cheer. Still fighting through the pain, trying to change our ways. Still believe it gets better, trying to find a way. Upstate to the grave, our soul remains, try to take it all from us. We gon' make a pay, still believe. Gonna find a way, still believe. Fighting through the pain, still believe. Our soul remains, still believe. Still believe in your dreams.
You hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself, like I don't need no one else. Yeah, you hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself, like I don't need no one else. Yeah.
What up, Jay?
Still. Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Yes, James Jackson is in the building.
I can't see the chat.
That's all right, brother.
Damn, I got something in my eye. I can't see the chat.
That's all right, brother.
Yeah, we're heading to the concert.
Oh, you're going over? Yeah, you're going to the spot, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Yes. Did you end up going to the Millies?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we went to the Millies last minute, and that was pretty dope too. It was wild. It got some crazy stories.
Millies was wild.
But we actually ended up, it was one of those things where when we got there, we got like good seats. The vibes are good. Like, as you get older, you learn to, not being maneuver and not being so close to the stage. There was like 5 fights, man. I got that shit. I actually sent one of them to Millie's, and he was cracking up because I put like you see on Instagram, I put it up in my story, and I tagged him in it, and he started laughing.
Mass accountability. Mass accountability. That song you just heard was J.F.K, man. That's your boy, bro. Come on. You know I come with that fire. I got stuff tucked away. You gotta hit that band camp. Go support that band camp. My mods, any of my mods. I got Marquez up in here. I got who else? I got Josie Lou up in here. I got she's putting that band camp. Natalie D just hooked me up. Go check out the band camp. Go support whatever music you like. I'm gonna put that song up there. I'm gonna stop playing that song more and get you guys acquainted with it. And then if you like it, you can support it. That's how I like to do it. But anyway, man, this guy today, huh? He was creeping and crawling. Kevin from South Boston. You look suspect. God damn, Kevin.
Yo, look at him right there. He looked like he was in disguise, like Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you heard that shit?
Hey, you're gonna get me strike, bro. It's too early for that. It's too early for the strikes.
He's like, I want to listen to my beats, but I just checking in. We're in some traffic, chilling.
The decorated dude's a big liar, Lisa says. For sure, Lisa, for sure. One thing I did notice, right? The one thing I want to say about Kevin from South Boston, and I want everybody to realize this, and I want to put this into perspective to everybody. I want everybody to understand this. We've seen the video at the Waterfall, the before. What you're witnessing when you see that video at 1:30 a.m., you're seeing after. At that point, John O'Keefe is hurt bad. Real bad. And this guy right here is doing suspect things. He's at the police station. He's moving things around. We're going to get into that today, on the JFK channel. I'm going to show you how he has a truck. He has the Toyota Tundra parked next to him. I think it's a Tundra inside the Jeep. But there was a truck in front of him that was old. It was beat up. It looked like it might have been smashed. Because we all know in the back of police parking lots, whatever car they don't use anymore, right? They just leave back there smashed up, whatever. They don't care about it. That's why they have that old school car laying around in that garage. So the truck that he was getting in, he didn't
At
just
Grand
go in.
Marquis.
Well, the front, what, the Grand Marquis, the old school?
The Grand Marquis old school, right?
Yeah, or something like that,
Something like
right?
that.
LTD, Crown Vic, who knows what it was back then. But the point is, the truck that he was getting into, that he opened up the what is it called? The cab. He didn't go through the doors. He went through the front door and then he opened up the cab. So he opened up the cab and he reached in, and that's when he grabbed the duffel bag. Now, when he opened up the door, what I noticed, the light never came on. So which means is the shit is dead and it doesn't work. And that's the reason why I think he turned on the lights on the Tundra and he had that running, whatever he was doing. What's up, brother?
I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna pay attention with him because we're trying to get. I don't want to be.
All right. Say what up to the chat, brother.
What up, everybody in the chat? Hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy the show. You know, J.F.K. is gonna entertain everybody. Take you guys 39,000. I'm going to Gillette. Anybody going to see Kendrick Lamar tonight? I'll be over there. Me and my boy Mikey, we're heading there right now. Mikey, say what up?
Kendrick.
What up, Mikey?
What up, Jay? How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Yeah, so
All
we'll be out there, man. I appreciate everything, and Jay, thank you. Yeah, tell them about the shirt. See what people are saying, because now everybody's debating this shirt, and it's just like, wow. The video they show, I can't wait to talk to you about it, because all this new footage that we've seen, and all this new footage that came forward, it's like, why didn't they show this shit last trial? Why didn't they talk about how much more footage do they have we didn't see yet? You know what I mean? But enjoy your night, brother.
All right. Go
Everything
Celtics.
is love. Yes, go Celtics.
Go Celtics. Peace.
I got you, brother. One love. Yes. James Jackson on the check-in came in, held his boy down real quick. He's on the move, going to see Kendrick Lamar. Cute. Real cute. Well, he's going to enjoy himself with Kendrick Lamar. Your man J.F.K. I'm flying the airplane. Look real suspect. Janine up in here, Cheryl with an S, KT, Becky, Ramblin' Rome, Melissa F's, Aki KC, Josie Sue, Josie Lou, J.F.K. Is there a color you don't look good on? Man, I'm rocking with the best. For sure. Thank you, Josie Lou. I appreciate you. Candy. Turbulence in the chat for sure. Irene, what up? Natalie D. Good evening, everybody. Saggy B.I. Mark S. Ramblin' Rome. Thank you so much, Josie Lou. I appreciate you. I really do. Making changes. Let's go Celtics. Candy Temple. CNA. Crazy face caught on camera. Donnie B. Josie. Cocky. Melissa Harrison, I see you. Mary, what up? Tammy, what's going on? We dropping them comments, man. Go, go! That pick looks more like BA than BH. But it's Brian Higgins. It's Brian Higgins. Let's not get caught up in some weird shit. Janine, what up? Norman Corey, my dude. Eminem 126 Fuckery Donuts is officially open. Rhode Island lady. Felicia, J.F.K, will you be outside the garden for game 5 and 6? I don't know about that. Christy D. Kelly, what up? Mama J's. I think it's the facial hair. Yeah, it's the camera though. The pixels. J.F.K, Janine. KT. Mary B. Yes. And we here. And we here. I appreciate everybody for coming, checking me out. Got 300 people on board. I'm your pilot for this evening. And I just want to break it down like this, right? So keep in mind what we see in the video. We seen the waterfall video. That was the before, right? That was the before situation. And what you're seeing after is scary. It's scary because you're seeing a man moving things around, manipulating things right after John O'Keefe's hurt. The only thing when I see that, I say, wow. I say, wow. John is hurt at this point. This guy's doing everything he can do to cover his tracks. He's trying to figure it out. You could just tell when he jumps out the truck, he's looking on the phone. He's on the phone the whole time. He's got a duffel bag and there's a truck that doesn't look like it moved. It looks like that's his stash truck. We're going to get into it, Kevin from South Boston. Oh, believe that. We're going to get into it. So let's all take a look and see what I'm talking about. Yes. Crazy day at court for sure. Let's do something like this.
They access the vehicle on the far left.
Okay.
So I lightened up the video a little bit, right? So that truck right there that he's getting in is like an older truck. And he's got the light shining on that truck. I don't know if that truck is smashed. To me, it looks like the hood is a little up. I don't know. That could just be the pixels on these old-ass cameras. I might be wrong. But just based on the tires and the wheels, it looks like it's an old truck that's not in use. Maybe they don't use it like that. But he might just use it to stash his shit in it. You know, he might have a key to it. It might have been his truck. He might have smashed it. Who knows? It might be an FBI truck, not a Canton PD truck, because that kind of looks like some FBI shit. It's a bigger truck. I don't know if it's a Chevy or a Ford, but the hood, if you look at the hood on the top, it kind of looks like it's like it got hit in the front. That's what it looks like to me. But like I said, it could be the pixels. I don't want to get into conspiracies, but the truck doesn't look like it moves to have all this stuff in it.
And where's that person going?
Like if you look at the hood of that truck, the front of it, it just looks, it looks crazy to me. I want everybody just to keep an eye on what's going on here. I lightened it up a little bit. So now he's walking over to it. Now look where he goes. He doesn't go to the back door. He goes to the cab. There's a cab on that truck. And look how he lifts it open. Everybody see? That's not a door. Look, watch how it opens. It lifts up. You see? He's in the back of the cab. And look what he does. Look what he's about to grab. You ready? Everybody keep a close eye on Kevin from South Boston. Oh, look at Kevin from South. Look what he just grabbed. He grabbed a duffel bag. He shut the cab. You see him shut the cab. A door opens like this. A cab shuts like that. And look what he does. He's got the duffel bag. He's got the duffel bag. There it is. Can you see the duffel bag, people? He's walking with the duffel. Big old duffel bag. And this picture right here, he's putting the duffel bag. If you look all the way to the back of the Jeep, you can see him in the back. He's putting the duffel bag in the back. You can see it over his shoulder. He goes back over to this truck. See, like the light didn't go on when he opened up the door. I don't know. Maybe the truck ain't smashed, but I don't know. For some reason, that truck to me doesn't look like it's in use. That's just a hunch. Man, he's in this truck. There he goes. And he's looking. He's on his phone right there. He's on his phone. He's looking down right at his phone the whole time. Look when he walks by. Puts the duffel up. What are you doing? Now keep in mind, people, well, this guy's doing all this. John's hurt bad, real bad. This is part of the plan. Whatever's going on right here is part of the plan. Did you see Higgins' shoes, black soles, Nike sneaker? 1940 timestamp, two-door car leaves top left corner. Funny also, that's a Ford Edge. Wow. Thank you, Josie Lou. Goes back in the car. And look, he's going to look down at his phone like this. He looks right at his phone. He's looking right at his phone. Look, one more time. He's looking down at his phone. Damn, man. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. For sure. The white Jeep, there it goes. He pulls off. Like that truck, this is something about that truck. Looks like a little beat up to me or something. Wild, huh? Cash. Let's go, Josie Lou, J.F.K. James, Kevy Kev. Josie in the chat, for sure. Josie Lou said, so the Ford is his. That's his personal also. And the Ram parked against it is a CPD vehicle. The Ford is his. That's his personal also. And the Ram parked against it is a CPD vehicle. Okay. We got some intel. Josie Lou. Higgins is so fat. Oh, man. But you know, it's spooky when you see that. You know what I mean? Because we know what happened, right? We know as that's going on, John O'Keefe, lost blood down on the ground. What is he thinking right now? He's still alive at that point. Second today, had witnessed a polo-like shirt buttoned on the top, newest style. Second today, I had witnessed a polo-like shirt buttoned to the top, newest style. Well, I just felt like doing it, Dr. Russell. I just felt like doing it. Duffel bag has the bloody clothes. It's possible. He forgot to move the cars and do his administrative work. Remember he said, I always tell the truth. Trial one statement by Brian Higgins. Yeah. Imagine that. Today was another day of enlightening. We know J.F.K. has great skills when it comes to analyzing video. Indeed. Appreciate that. Lisa probably was taking the bloody clothes to the military base to ditch. Well, the clothes, they were in that truck. Whatever he took from that duffel bag. Your polo is a great color. Thank you. It really don't probably match the green too good, but you know what? I got to wear my Celtics hat regardless. Pinky promises that's energetic. Hello. Wild to think, man. It's wild to think that this is going down the way it went down. Kevin from South Boston, it's all eyes on you. I told you. I said, listen, I kept telling everybody the Waterfall video, this trial, is going to be everything. And then you add in this. There you go, buddy. Damn, Higgins, what were you doing, bro? You creeping and crawling, but notice something about, here's a question I want to ask everybody. When Higgins is walking up the hallway, right? He's got his hands in his pockets, preferably his left hand. That left hand stayed in his pocket. Question is, are you a lefty? Something wrong with your fucking hand, my dude? Your hands were cold when you were outside? I mean, you came walking right in, because we know when you was outside, you were on the phone walking in. So your hands could have been cold. Were you outside for a little while? I mean, you just came out your Jeep. Why's your hand in your pocket? I don't know. Higgins, what up, buddy? I mean, would you believe it, Kevin from South Boston? This is how far we came. I mean, you said on the phone call, when this comes out, that she actually did it. This is what you said. This is what you said, my man. You said when this comes out, when this comes out that she actually did it. Now we're watching it. We got the Waterfall video adding this video in. Would you believe it? It's all eyes on you, Higgins. I told you it's all eyes on you. Kevin from South Boston. Now the phone call's getting out there that he called in, conscious of guilt. I mean, come on, Kev. How you going to talk your way out of this? What were you doing? Why are you acting all suspicious? Got your hood on, you're moving like that. Suspicious activity, my man. For sure. There you are right there. You're on your phone. Right when you got out the car, you're on your phone. You're looking down and you're on your phone. You jumped out and you stopped before you walked in and you were on your phone. And then you walked in on your phone. Looks like you were texting to me. There he is. He was calling the show. Who's that? You guys know who that is, right? What's his name again?
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated. Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin. Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes.
They're decorated.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
Oh, we're not wrong about that,
wrong.
bro.
You wrong.
You're on your phone right there, my dude. Look at you. You stopped before you went in. You're on your phone. And you're looking right down, walking in. So you was on the phone the whole time, bro. You were there. The whole time. The whole time. You knew Higgins was the key. Thanks, J.F.K. and Sweet Baby James. Thank you so much, Pro Gamer. Member for 6 months. I appreciate you. I mean, now we're here. I just want to put into perspective, if you just jumped in. The perspective of this video is, it's not so much when you look at it to be like, the guy's such a piece of trash and all that. I get all that. He's fat. He's got a hoodie on. Sneakers might be different. Who knows, right? But I just want to put it in your mind that this is after John O'Keefe is down. So if we paint the picture, the fight goes down. Bah, bah, bah. It goes down. What are we going to do? I got to go grab some things. I got to go move some shit around. I got to see who's working. I got to go to the office. Got to grab something. I don't know. But in that moment, you're witnessing a man who just did his friend dirty. Kevin from South Boston, you look suspect.
I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes. Decorated dudes. What? You and James, right? I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right?
Damn, man. God damn, man. Kevin from South Boston, you look real suspect. Chat, what up? It's wild, man. But it's all coming out. And we seen what happened. We seen how AJ handled it, right? The last 7 minutes. The last 7 minutes today was explosive. It was explosive. The last 7 minutes was explosive. They were explosive. But they're trying to clean it up. I got something to say about that, too. You know, I'll give it to Hank. He's a slick dude. He had a plan, and it's working. I'll explain.
Did you find any evidence in the conversation?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Proceed.
You hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself.
When you studied the materials, the conversation, communications between Brian Higgins and John O'Keefe, did you find any evidence shaping your investigation that there was a motive to harm, hurt, or murder Mr. O'Keefe by Mr. Higgins?
No, there was not.
What? Oh, Jesus.
I have no further questions at this time.
Okay.
See you later, buddy. Beat it.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may.
Sure.
You were just asked about Brian Higgins and your interview with Brian Higgins. Where did that take place?
In Sharon at an attorney's office.
At his lawyer's house, correct?
I'm not sure if he resides there, but it was an office.
With his lawyer present, correct?
Yes.
With his lawyer present.
Do you find that unusual?
Objection.
Why can't he answer that?
He wasn't under arrest, correct?
No.
You hadn't read him his rights.
No need to know.
No need to, because it wasn't.
Let me tell you something, Kevin from South Boston. The last 7 minutes on day 14. On day 14, the last 7 minutes, go to the 7-minute mark, Kevin from South Boston, and watch this. It's all eyes on you. You had a lawyer. Why'd you have a lawyer? This dude can't cover for you. He ain't going down for you. He might be thinking about ways to become the hero. What if this guy wants to become the hero, Bukkake? What if Bukkake says, you know what, I want to become the hero. I'm going to arrest somebody. What if he gets to someone's ear? Who knows? What if he becomes the rat? It's all eyes on him. He's definitely got a role in the movie for sure.
Wasn't in custody, right?
Correct.
He was just a witness in a case that you were investigating.
That's correct.
But he asked that you interview him in his lawyer's presence, right?
Yes.
You were asked about any evidence of Brian Higgins having a motive to murder John O'Keefe just a few minutes ago by Mr. Brennan, right?
Yes.
And you said, no, I didn't find a motive that Brian Higgins would want to murder John O'Keefe. Is that right?
That's right.
What about a motive to confront him?
Talk to him.
About a girl he was interested in.
Oh!
Did you see that?
I believe.
I told everybody, all my long gamers, I told everybody this Waterfall video, this whole little relationship between Karen and Reed. Everybody says, I was just flirting. I fought tooth and nail with people. It was more than just flirting. 11:32, I'm well. 11:47, 11:55, the horseplay, the kiss. 11:58, the pizza man grabs the ATF boy. 12:20, you come in here. 12:32, John is down. Now at 1:30 a.m., we have a creeper, a professional creeper. You, Kevin from South Boston. On top of that, you called in the show, Kevin from South Boston. I feel a momentum switch. I feel things moving in that direction. You can't deny what we're seeing. You're creeping around, hoodie on, Holly Davidson, moving the cars, whatever the fuck you were doing. You definitely weren't moving cars. I didn't see you do no valet shit. I didn't see you back a car out, pull a car in. You did nothing. You didn't have to do anything there. It didn't seem like it was imperative for anything to happen. Like, it's not like, oh, I see why he had to move cars because a plow was coming through. You left and all the cars were there. And all the cars were parked in that space, in them spaces. So why you have to move? If they're not moving, why are you moving? It's fucking 2 a.m, damn near, buddy. The night is done. They just checked in 12:45 to 7:45. They come on shift. So, I mean, that's where they're parking, period. They don't care. They're going to move later because you know why they're going to move later, Kevin from South Boston? Because the storm didn't really hit yet. That was the before the storm. I get it. If you're from Florida, you're from Tennessee, maybe you're from Atlanta. That looks rough. That looks bad. But see, out in Boston, New England, New Hampshire, Maine, Connecticut, New York, Philly, all the Northeast states, that ain't shit. And what we did see in them videos is there wasn't a lot of snow. And you in that Jeep with them bright lights, Kevin from South Boston, with them bright lights, you didn't see John when you left. You had a whole bunch of shit to do at that station. You were very awake, very aware. You weren't that drunk. You were walking straight, grabbing duffel bags, backing up, going forward, taking lefts, taking rights, opening up cabs. I didn't see your trip, maintaining your phone, but you didn't see John O'Keefe on the front of 34 Fairview? Damn, Kev.
I believe the text messages speak for themselves. Everybody heard me read them out loud.
Yep, the text messages do, but I'm asking you. You were just asked about your opinion, whether or not there was a motive that you found for Brian Higgins to want to murder John O'Keefe. I'm asking you a different question. Did you, in your mind, in your opinion, after having read those texts, find a motive for Brian Higgins to perhaps want to confront John O'Keefe because of jealousy?
If you're asking for my opinion is that he would need to confront Mr. O'Keefe. Mr. O'Keefe was not the one pursuing Mr. Higgins. It was your client that was pursuing Mr. Higgins.
Okay.
You seen that, right? You seen that? It was your client pursuing Mr. Higgins, because this is why, people. Karen never mentioned Higgins. She never said anything about him. If she would have just mentioned Higgins from the jump, I think this might have went away. And listen, it's not a knock on Karen. I'm just saying, if this is what happened on site, 1220 text, you come in here, they they beat him up, they leave him laying, he goes to the police station. If there was a statement somewhere that when he says something like this, when his mouth opens up to something like this fucking guy, because you know why he said that? He said that because he knows there's no paper trail, there's no statement that Karen is saying, I think Higgins might have did something. So that's the reason why he feels comfortable with saying something like that and putting it on Karen, because there's no statement saying otherwise. Imagine if there was.
Okay, so, well, text messages, like you said, speak for themselves. You'll agree that showed that there was a mutual interest, right? It just wasn't one-sided.
No,
at times there was at times there was flattering text messages from both sides, but your client reached out to him first.
Right. I mean, somebody's got to reach out.
Exactly, Norman. I hear that, and I think the pressure was on him, right? He probably went home, AJ, after, and probably was like, "Damn, I should have mentioned that." He should have also mentioned the 1220 text during the last 7 minutes, but he didn't. He only had 7 minutes, but he had the jury's attention. And Bev let him have it. So he did his best.
All right. Everybody's got to reach out to somebody. First, someone's got to do it first, right?
Well, it depends.
Doesn't mean that there's not mutual affection for one another.
Right.
Is that right? Or at least perceived mutual affection.
Indeed.
I don't understand the question.
Did you see in those text messages, in your mind, a motive that might lead to jealousy on the part of Brian Higgins?
No, I think Brian Higgins was pretty clear in his request for explanation of what the defendant wanted out of this, and stated that he's friends with Mr. O'Keefe.
What?
So he wanted clarity from the defendant about what was going on.
You're wrong.
Actually,
You're wrong.
You're
wrong.
I didn't read it to be that he was jealous.
You're wrong.
As I sit here,
You're wrong.
thinking back on the content.
You're
what
wrong.
about after drinking Jameson and ginger all night long and sending a text that said, well?
Objection.
Don't allow that.
Might that change things?
I don't know what Mr. Higgins' state of mind was. Well, could mean many different things. They could have had a face-to-face interaction, a look. We'd be strictly speculating what was intended by that, or what was the intent of communication by that text message.
After weeks of communicating with Ms. Reed in a romantic manner, and then seeing her walk in the door with John O'Keefe and sending the text message, well, after having been intoxicated.
And this is where I think, like I said, AJ had minimum, didn't have a lot of time, and he's going against the grain here with these people, and he probably was all hyped up trying to keep his cool. It's not easy, to keep everything in your mind. There's so many different moving pieces. But when he mentioned the well, I wish he would have followed up with, "Are you coming here?" I wish he never mentioned it. And when he had him open, he never mentioned it. So he's going to have to tie that in. I just want to put that out there. But he did mention, your man J.F.K. said last time I was on here, the biggest part of that video, I put it out there, I did a whole video, is the pizza man grabbing the ATF boy. Norman said it was Norman. I think it was Gladys Knight that said, he can't say that, can't really describe it, but he did. He said, well, what about Chris A grabbing his arm and holding him back? That's the biggest thing. It's not the wave you come in here. I mean, that's big, but it's the pizza man grabbing the ATF man and then, holding him back. That's when you know it's aggression.
You see that, detective, as an investigator, as a reasonable, objective investigator, as a possible scenario for Brian Higgins to be jealous about John O'Keefe.
There's a possibility there, but I didn't see it.
Did you explore that possibility when you got all these text messages?
We did not follow up on that aspect based on the totality of the entire investigation.
Did you pull the tape at the Waterfall and review the tape as we did here in court?
That happened, yes.
Okay. Did you see on the tape a time just before Brian Higgins left the location where he was confronted by Chris Albert?
Objection.
Change the wording.
Sure. Did you see a circumstance, did you see a situation on that tape where Brian Higgins is standing and Chris Albert physically puts his hand on Brian Higgins' arm, on his left arm?
I don't have a specific memory of that.
You're a Massachusetts state trooper. And you didn't see that? See, Yuri, you're trusting Hank Brennan. You're trusting the system. You know what Proctor did. I don't know if you know what Proctor did. You know how this went down. You're a crooked dude. And I think you maybe give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't know how it works in the inner circle of state police, but I know you guys got the power. And maybe you let your boy Proctor run the show and you sat back and just believed everything he told you. You seen him, you said, okay, we'll plant a little bit of evidence. We'll stick it to her because this is what she did. Maybe you really believe that's what happened. So you needed to make it stick. But now, look at that face. You didn't see that, Yuri. So now, joke's on you. You're a fucking detective and you didn't see that? Go back to the fucking airport and tell the dude who's going on Spirit Airline it's Terminal B, A15, the door. You got to drop him off at A15, 115. All right? No, excuse me, B115. It's Terminal B. He's not flying Delta. That's Terminal A. So when I see you down the airport, you know what I'm going to say to you? Hey, Bukaki, where's JetBlue? It's Terminal C still, right, Bukaki? Right? Because that's what you are. You're an airport cop. Why don't you go work in the casino, seeing if dudes are cheating? You're not a detective no more. You're a fucking clown. You want to do the right thing, Bukaki? You want to do the right thing, then maybe you should try to make this right. Maybe you should detect that you're being played. If that's what it is, maybe you're in on it. One will think that you are. Right? Brothers in Blue, that's what they do. The biggest gang in America, and you're part of it. But then again, maybe you were fooled. I don't know. I'm not flying Spirit. I'm flying Delta. What terminal is it, bro? It's Terminal A still, right? I ain't going to B115. I ain't got no baggage claim either, Yuri. You down the airport still? I just roll with one bag. I'm gone. I got one night in town. Break out a V-Clown. Yo, Yuri, I get around. You didn't know? Yuri, is that you? Fuck out of here.
You remember a circumstance on that tape where Brian Higgins pulled his arm away and looked past Chris Albert over toward the bar, which is where John O'Keefe was standing. Did you see that?
I do remember you pointing that out, but we couldn't tell him who exactly he was looking at based on the video.
Did you see a circumstance in which Brian Higgins then put his hand on his forehead and began rubbing his forehead like this?
I don't have a memory of that.
You don't have a memory.
Circumstance in which he then motioned over toward that side of the bar with his left hand.
That I remember, yes.
Did that seem realistic to you? Let me ask it a different way. Did that seem to you as a reasonable interpretation? Hey, come on outside. Or come here.
Very reasonable, since they've been invited to 34 Fairview.
Did it look, in your opinion, that was just a, hey, let's go together? Or did it look more to you like, hey, come outside? Or let's step outside?
The totality of the investigation, the fact that when they stepped outside, there was no confrontation and they were invited to.
You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown.
He was the first to arrive at 34 Fairview, even before Brian Albert.
I am, yes.
And you're also aware that John O'Keefe and Karen Reed were among the last to arrive. So they didn't step outside.
Man, New York took the lead.
They didn't step outside, but once he was invited, according to your narrative, wouldn't they have a discussion outside where he was invited to come out?
So, Mr. Jackson, I just want to ask you, how much longer do you think?
Not long. I can finish this up if you give me probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The jurors are saying yes. Is it okay with all the jurors? We usually break it 4.
I don't want to overstep. I'm happy to stop now, but I think I can get finished.
I'd like to finish with this witness and not have to bring it back again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate the accommodation. You're aware that, according to the tape, John O'Keefe left about 10 minutes after Brian Higgins, or so.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
And Chris A stayed around. The guy who's on a diet.
You would agree, as a homicide investigator, not every death starts off as an intended murder, correct?
Tell him.
I will agree to that.
Sometimes a fight could go wrong, and you intend to fight and duke it out.
Nice.
Something goes wrong, something goes south, someone dies, correct?
Objection.
Is that something that it's beyond the scope? So move along.
Come on, answer that shit, bro.
You were asked on redirect examination about taillight pieces that were found by the CERT team. I want to ask you real quick about that. Your testimony was you recall that the CERT team found a large piece of red taillight material during their initial search. Is that correct?
That's my recollection, yes.
Okay. Did the CERT, you had a debriefing with the CERT team, correct?
Not the CERT team. I had a debrief with the members of our unit at the Canton PD conference room. I do not have a memory of the CERT team being there.
Do you recall ever being told or informed that the CERT team actually recovered maybe 5 or 6 pieces, maybe 7 pieces of small plastic material in addition to the shoe? As opposed to a large piece of red taillight.
The memory that stands out to me that I have is that there was a large piece of plastic recovered. It wasn't a shard. It was significant enough that, shown on the photograph taken by Detective Lieutenant Tully.
And do you recall that the CERT team, or were you ever informed that the CERT team found those, according to the CERT team, within inches of one another, within about a 2-foot square radius?
I don't have a memory of where they found them exactly. I wasn't there.
Okay. You were asked about the taillight. You were shown a photograph of the taillight where almost the entirety of that lens material is missing. It's gone, correct?
Yes.
And you remember talking to Jen McCabe originally, interviewing her within days of this incident happening, correct?
It was the 29th. We
As a matter
interviewed.
of fact, the day.
That day, yes.
Do you remember her saying that the taillight was cracked/broken?
She communicated that over the phone to Michael Proctor, which was then documented later on in the interview report
Okay.
from
In that
earlier.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And it was documented within the interview report.
Okay. And in that interview report, it doesn't say the entire lens cap of that taillight is gone, correct?
Correct. The report does not say that, no.
And she didn't describe that, did she?
I don't know what she described to Michael Proctor over the phone.
You pulled out a pair of jeans belonging to Mr. O'Keefe just a second ago.
Yes.
And you noted that on his, what would be his left rear pocket, there was a stain.
Yes.
You said that was an apparent grass stain and it was green.
Based on my observation here holding them, that's what it appeared. Yes. Maybe dirt, maybe other substances.
Come on, bro.
That was my question. Did you seek to analyze what that discoloration was from? Or have caused that to be analyzed by the crime lab or anybody else?
The genes were processed. I don't know what their protocol is to analyze it. They process those genes. There's pieces missing from cuttings and stuff like that.
Understood. So as you sit here, you have no evidence at all that those are grass stains, correct?
Strictly my experience of knowing grass stains and observing it.
Could be dirt.
Could be.
You think so, buddy?
Could be oil or grease.
Oil or grease. I wonder why you said that. The garage, maybe?
I don't know about that, but
they look brown. Stains look brown, doesn't it?
Different parts of the stain has some has brown, some has green, different parts of it.
Could you get, in your experience, stains on the back of pants from being dragged?
I've never dragged anybody, so from my experience, I can't tell you.
I didn't ask if you've ever dragged anybody. You've never murdered anybody either, but you're a homicide investigator, right?
Oh, you didn't like that. You didn't like that, huh? Yeah. Bukaki. You didn't like that.
Get those stains from being dragged. It's just a common sense question.
My common sense dictates that it was not a drag, a mark, because it would have linear characterizations, and it would be both buttocks that are engaged in contact with the ground while being dragged.
No, I absolutely don't think it was. I don't think it was Brian Albert at CPD. That's crazy.
He was being dragged, and he had something in his pocket, or being dragged at an angle. Dragged through a crease spot. It was only on the left. What about all those possibilities?
Again, my opinion, common sense dictates it was not the case.
But you certainly didn't take any action to investigate forensically what those stains actually were.
No, of course you didn't.
I did not know.
By the way, can you lose a shoe from being dragged?
It depends. I guess you can, depending on how loose it is.
Depends how loose it is.
You said that there was no information that you had regarding Brian Higgins and John O'Keefe having any animosity toward each other prior to January 29th, 2022, correct?
Correct.
But you did, we talked about, now let's talk about on January 29th.
Josie Lou, thank you.
In your experience, does drinking alcohol increase a likelihood?
Damn, Josie Lou coming through with facts. Thank you, Josie Lou. I appreciate you, girl. I really do. Bukaki was a Marine assigned to the Presidential Black Hawk Squad in D.C. for the highest security clearance. I would not hire him as my personal security guard. God damn. That's wild.
Or increase the possibility of getting into an altercation?
I would say, in my experience, in my opinion, the alcohol could become a social lubricant exacerbate emotions. But to speak in a definitive form here, I can't.
You've heard of beer muscles. That's a common phrase, right?
Never heard that before, no.
Beer guts? You ever heard that one?
I've heard of beer gut, but not beer guts.
Having the guts to walk up to someone you might not otherwise walk up to in a bar because you have too much to drink. Is that what beer muscles could mean?
I would say maybe liquid courage.
Even better. What does liquid courage mean?
Giving you courage that truly shouldn't be there.
That you might not otherwise have if you weren't drinking.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm trying, Judge. I won't be much longer. You had evidence that Brian Higgins had been drinking most of the afternoon and evening that or most of the night, that evening and night, at the time that John O'Keefe and Karen Reed walked into the Waterfall, correct?
I had information that Brian Higgins had returned from a police officer's funeral and then went to Waterfall after he changed clothes and took a shower.
Went to the hillside before he went to the Waterfall and started drinking there, correct?
No.
I don't have an independent memory of that, no.
But you did, at the time, you didn't pull the tape at Gesundheit. At the time, you didn't pull the tape at CPD that we saw with Brian Higgins on the phone at 1:30 in the morning, correct? You didn't have that information.
I'm sorry, can you give me a reference when
Sure.
at the time?
At the beginning of your investigation, January 29th, and probably the next, let's call it a couple months. You did not have that information, correct?
No, we did not.
And you didn't seek that information from CPD at that time.
No, I had no information that he went there.
Okay, and you didn't extract his phone, correct?
That's correct.
And finally, you indicated that you were asked on redirect examination, did you have any evidence that John actually went into the home? Did you ever interview Trooper Guarino during the course of your investigation, at any time?
Interview him?
Talk to him about his extraction of John O'Keefe's phone and any of the data that came off of his phone.
No.
You did not realize that Trooper Guarino had information that John O'Keefe took 36 steps covering a distance of some 84 feet that would have placed Mr. O'Keefe inside the residence at 12:32:16.
Objection.
Did you have any information from Trooper Guarino about steps that were logged on Mr. O'Keefe's phone?
No, I did not.
Is that it, Mr. Jackson? You said finally, that's what I'm wondering.
May I have just a moment?
Yes.
I'm trying to wrap this up. I only have a couple more things, but I may be able to finish it with one question. As you sit here now, are you aware of whether or not there's evidence that John O'Keefe, the phone describes John O'Keefe's phone taking 36 steps, covering a distance of about 84 feet at 12:32 and 16 seconds on the morning of January 29th, 2022?
Objection.
Can you answer that? Are you aware of that?
I am not, Your Honor.
You Wasn't aware of that, huh, buddy? Goddamn. Goddamn, Higgins. Yes. Wasn't aware of that, huh, buddy? Goddamn. You know you did John dirty, right? Yeah, Higgins.
What'd you think of Higgins on the J.F.K. show last night? Did you guys hear Higgins? He said he's a decorated dude.
We love you. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
But it's still not true. And I'm still so blue. I thought we were the same, birds of a feather. Now I'm ashamed I told you a lie. Désolé, mon amour.
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Everybody in the chat, I want to see R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe in the chat. Let's go. Goddamn.
I'm still overseas, a bird in a cage. Thought you were made for me. I tried, but it's still not true.
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
Static selector.
Damn, Higgins. Damn, Higgins. You did John dirty. Your family misses you, John. The long game is wish you was here. Thank you, Josie Lou, again. R.I.P. John. Justice is coming. Laura Pike. Rico. Damn, son. What the duck with the 5 J.F.K. memberships. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. I see it all in the chat.
What'd you think of Higgins on the J.F.K. show last night? Did you guys hear Higgins? He said he's a decorated dude.
We love you. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
But I'm so blue. I'd like to mean it when I say I'm over you, but it's still not true. And I'm still so blue. I thought we were the same, birds of a feather. Now I'm ashamed I told you a lie. Désolé mon amour, I'm trying my best. Don't know what's in store. Open up the door in the back of my mind. I'm still overseas, a bird in a cage. Thought you were made for me.
Damn. They did you dirty, John. They did you dirty, John. They did you dirty. Josie Lou, thank you so much. I got to go soon. Keep the plane flying. Free Karen Reed for sure. What the Duck, making it rain. 5 JFK memberships. If you got a membership by What the Duck, pay it forward. Next month, renew it. Got a lot of good stuff coming. Damn, man. So generous, Josie Lou. Take care and stay safe. You know, the problem that I always had was, let me just say this. So Hank Brennan had a plan, and his plan's kind of working because he's a direct. I always said Harmonica Hank got to call people on direct, and they have to go. He has to go with. He has to work and play with others on the direct. On the cross, it's his game. It's his spectacle. It's his way. It's his big show, the cross. Harmonica player, same thing. The drummer drums, guitar players play, the guy on the MIC, and then take it away, Hank. And he comes in, he plays the harmonica, and he steals the show. That's what he likes to do. He likes to figure out a way to steal the show and be that guy. Now, being a DA, a prosecutor, you have to call these witnesses. So now they're on direct, and they can't go with the beat of the drum to the bass line, to the drums, and so on and so on. Bukaki might not go the way you want him to go. Brian A., one reason why he ain't calling him. Higgins, the reason why he ain't calling him. Let's just hide him. Because if I put him on direct, I can't get what I want out of him. Now, if I put him on cross, that's my wheelhouse. That's when I can steal the show. That's when I can patch things up. So Yuri was the perfect practice for him, even though he called Buchanan and ended up going in his direction. Was it planned? Because at the end, it was us who crossed them, right? But then it's kind of like they did the same thing. It was like cross versus cross. It wasn't like cross versus direct. It was like cross versus cross, because as soon as AJ got done ripping them down and making points, then here he comes crossing them up. So when you interviewed Karen, you interviewed her with her family, right? Yep, we did, because, you know, she just got sectioned and we felt bad what happened. Hey, and that's the same reason why you did it with Brian A. and Jen McCabe, to make it seem like they weren't biased. They interviewed everybody around everybody because it was such a horrible situation. He came in, he cleaned it up. So it's working for him, keeping it simple. That's how he's doing it. The biggest problem I have, and I always had, I don't know if that's intentional with Bukaki, but it's definitely intentional with Brian Abbott and Higgins, because when we hit them, these guys, we got to hit them direct, and we have to figure out a way. We can't lead them, and we got to manipulate it and get them to admit things. And he's going to come in and rehabilitate them. And that's his plan, to be the harmonica man. The show's not doing too good. The lead singer lost his voice. The guitar player fucked up on the strings. That's all right. It's my turn. As long as I come in, I can make everything better. I can rehabilitate our set. I can make everybody say, hey, you know what? I really like that. As soon as that harmonica player came in, woo, that song was the shit. The nuance. That's his frame of mind. He's got the four horsemen. They are the four horsemen all together. You have Krowski Sr., Krowski, Gary Zarola on the Corey links from jail, you know, the serial rapist, and then you have Hank Brennan, the four horsemen. These guys are all together figuring out a way how to manipulate, move things around, and get the W. They're DAs. They should be looking for the truth. They should just be just putting the evidence down. But instead, they're hiding things, flipping things, manipulating things to get the W. They don't want the truth. They want the W. Is it working? I don't know. But he's doing a good job, and I see what he's doing. And I'm sure AJ sees what he's doing. But see, they put AJ in the hot seat that last 7 minutes. He got the dude open, and he didn't use his train of thought. His train of thought kind of got lost. He didn't mention that 1220 text. He didn't say, hey, so at 11:32, he wanted to confront him, right? He said, well. But what about the text 1220 you coming here after seeing that video? Do you think that was you? Why didn't he just ask him in the bar? There's no pictures inside that bar like the reenactment video we did. Ladies and gentlemen, I got 500 people in here. I'll show you what that bar looks like if you ain't familiar with the J.F.K. channel. But the reason why Higgins, the guy you see walking through Canton PD, and the guy who's nervous and was breaking all laws, because we did a reenactment video of the waterfall to prove that it's so small in there. He was 100% talking to 100% he was talking to John O'Keefe. There's no way around it. And this, when he's seen this video and how we showed how small it is in there, because this is a bug-eyed lens, this is a wide lens, just like on your iPhone, you can make it wide and you can see everything. And this is what it really looks like in the waterfall. And I would hope that we have some type of footage or something similar to this or pictures in there to show everybody how small it is. So we can't just get away with saying, well, you know, I don't know if he was talking to him. I don't know what it was like, because at the end of the day, he could have just walked out like everybody else was walking out. Why'd the pizza man grab his arm? And on top of that, why didn't he just walk up to John and say, hey, John, he's this close to John. I'm about to show you. He would just walk up to him and say, hey, you coming over? He wouldn't make a spectacle. Check it out. What are you doing? Chill out. Now, that's what it looks like on film, right? But what if you've seen it like this? It looks like they're further apart than it actually is. John can't believe this guy. He takes a sip. Heel toe, heel toe. This fucking guy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. You?
Don't chase waterfalls, read between lines, keep a fair view, protect your mind.
This is what it really looks like in there. James Jackson is John O'Keefe, and I am playing Kevin from South Boston.
And you're whispering too.
I'm whispering. That's how close it is inside there.
Talk about it. Come outside. Come outside. Come outside.
Now, obviously, if I just wanted to ask James to come to 34 Fairview, I could just say it to him right there. I wouldn't have to throw up my hands. I could whisper to his ear. I could walk over to him, hug him goodbye. Why would I have to do all that? We're this close. So he didn't get the 1220 text in there because he was pushed around a little bit, even though he did his thing, AJ. But, you know, that's what I see after watching all that footage that we just watched. If you're just tuning in, we went over the footage. That's what I see. And to talk about how the 1220 text and talk about why at the end, you know, he's telling him to come on, and then there's that text. That text wasn't like, hey, are you coming here? What you talking about? He didn't invite him. He was on the phone for over a minute with Jen McCabe. Jen McCabe was in the mix. Jen McCabe seen everything. Jen McCabe was scared. Another thing Alan Jackson never did was ask Jen McCabe about that video, about that aggression, the same way he asked Bukaki. I wish he would have.
Or anything like that?
I did leave, yes.
You didn't say goodbye to John correct?
I don't think I said goodbye to anybody.
You didn't say goodbye to anybody, huh, buddy? Well, that's kind of funny because this video says different. We all know you said goodbye, and then we all know that you was at the police station and you always tell the truth. And like I said, I wish that AJ played this video for Jen McCabe, so Jen McCabe can speak to it because she's seen everything what was going on. She was right there. She seen the pipples. She knew what was going on. Check it out. Here's Jen McCabe, ladies and gentlemen. That's Jen McCabe, right next to John O'Keefe, right next to the timestamp PM. Look at her hair, how she's twirling her hair, how nervous she is. And keep in mind, this is all the while the pipples are yelling at him. Higgins is having a panic attack. He's freaking out. Look at Jen McCabe. Oh, John, they're going to fuck you up, John. Oh, John. Oh, man. They're mad. Come on. Come on. Heel toe, heel toe. So I wish he would have brought that up to Jen McCabe too, to get her expert opinion, so to speak. But hey, we'll take it how we can get it. But thank you so much, Cash. Love you. Love your dedication, J.F.K. I appreciate it. All my long gamers, I can't do it without y'all. Oh, shout out to you. Yes, sir. Boston boy, too. You already know. Jen knows when the dogs are getting riled up. Thank you, Patrick. You're right about that. And here's the thing. Now, my whole thing with all that, everything I just said, was like all Karen had to do was speak to that because he likes to rehabilitate things. This guy, Hank Brennan, is very good at rehabilitating things, making things seem like they ain't the way they are. He's very good at just saying, that's not what you're seeing. You can't prove that. That's speculation. 48-42, second quarter, 6 minutes, 21. Celtics with the ball. Right? And let me show you an example of that. Now, remember, if there was something on paper where Karen spoke to this, right? If there was something on paper, it would be so much easier to, I think it'd be so much easier, but there's not. Karen says it was good vibes. Karen said it was good vibes, people. Check it out. Sorry.
Fun, laughing, just very normal.
So there comes a point where you're out of that place, huh?
Yeah, we left after about 90 minutes.
Waterfall Bar and Grill.
And one of them was a Boston cop, another cop, a Federal Bureau, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
We walk in and it's, oh, hey, over here, how's it going? And you walk around, you say hi to everyone.
The vibes, as we used to say in the old days, were good?
The vibes were good, yes. Yeah, the vibes were good.
What time at night?
The vibes were good, she says. See, that's the soundbite he's going to use. That soundbite is coming in. Best believe that. Because he's going to rehabilitate it. He's going to say Karen never said there was any vibes. So there's one example of the soundbite that he can use in Karen's voice. Now, I'm giving you the good and the bad here. I'm not against Karen. I'm just saying these are the things he can use to rehabilitate things, to make things seem like they ain't the way they are. Because Karen says she's seen him go in the house. Karen says she knows what happened. But she never mentioned it. You know, so I kind of wish it was the way it started, right? When she first called Jen and said, I don't know where he's at. Because I think that's what, at that time on 1/29/2022, I think at that time she didn't remember anything at that particular time in that moment in space. And then as time went on, Scanlon came into the picture. Things started coming back to her. But in that particular time, I don't think she remembered anything because she never, ever said anything about Nagel either. She was in the car. She had her hands on the wheel like this. A truck drives by her. She would have looked right at him, right? She never mentioned that. So that kind of secures me, my mind, secures my thoughts, my assumptions that at that particular time she didn't remember. And that's okay. Over time, you start remembering things, bits and pieces, especially when a guy like Scanlon jumps in and lays down the foundation and you start thinking about it. And you're like, oh, shit, this is how it goes down. But I'm going to show you an example how he rehabilitates these pricks. Hank Brennan. Are you guys following me? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Message from the flight deck. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down on my long gamers? I hope I ain't confusing you. Am I making sense? Message from the flight deck.
To make sure it was a safe and comfortable environment for her to do the best she could to tell us what she remembered.
What was her demeanor when you spoke to her?
She was calm, stoic, a laptop to her left. I guess maybe poised when she was answering.
She was poised, see? So even though this was direct, it's kind of like a cross, the way he's rehabilitating the situation, right? So he got to get his harmonica style off. He got to be the spectacle, and he's fixing it. He's fixing everything what was just said. And he's talking about Karen, that Karen never mentioned it. Karen never said anything about Higgins. The girl who was with Higgins, the girl in the text messages, the one who said he was hot, never said that this is what it was. That's a tough hurdle. Like I said, disclaimer. I don't know what the jury's thinking. I hope the jury's something like us and knows this is all bullshit, but this is what he's trying to do.
Any questions?
Had anybody in that home ever mentioned the idea of whether or not John O'Keefe went into 34 Fairview that night?
No.
Did anybody in that home mention John O'Keefe went in 34 Fairview? No. He's coming in. He's got the harmonica. He's stealing the show. Now the jury's like, what? You know? You go into that room. She never said anything about it. Why didn't she say anything about Higgins? I know when I first got into this case, one of my first videos, when I'm with the Young Jerks, it's on my page. It's in my video section. It's like a recap of me talking to Mikey. And I always said that. She never mentioned Higgins. She's never mentioned him going in the house, like, you know, saying, hey, you know, I was dating this guy and he went in there and maybe some shit went down. And she had plenty of time to say that.
When you went outside to get in your truck and follow the tow truck back to Canton, did you have any information whatsoever that there was any animus or animosity between Brian Higgins and John O'Keefe?
No.
No. See? And that's towards Karen. He's building a foundation because he got these sound bites and he's got this. And he's going to say, listen, when we talked to Bukaki, he said when he interviewed Karen, Karen never mentioned the situation with Higgins. When she got indicted and she was at the police station, she never mentioned Higgins. Everybody's saying it's Higgins, it's Higgins, it's Higgins, but she's saying it wasn't. That's a problem. I don't know how big of a problem it is, but that's the problem, right? Hopefully it's not a big problem, but it is a problem. And that's what he's going for. And keep in mind, Hank Brennan, he's slick. You know, he's figuring out ways to try to get the W. And that's one way to break her credibility. Because if this was 100% what it looks like, why didn't she say this from the jump? And just imagine, people, just imagine if she did. Just imagine if it was somewhere on paper on a soundbite somewhere, her saying, I think Higgins did it. Or I think I might have did something wrong and I dropped John off. And yeah, she might have been looked at as bad that she dropped him off and she was talking behind John's back, but she didn't kill him. We can all agree on that. But she couldn't tell the future, right? But she's on them courthouse stairs, Karen. If you're on them courthouse stairs, do me a favor, narrate this. Go down there and narrate this, man. Drop that soundbite, because where you go, people will follow. Let's get it out there. You have to do that, Karen.
After speaking to witnesses and the defendant at that point when you got back into your truck to go to Canton, did you have any information that there was any animosity between Brian Albert and John O'Keefe?
No.
How long do investigations continue for?
Sometimes years, sometimes.
So now he asks Bukaki, how long does investigations last? Meaning, if this information came out, all the stuff that we know, all the stuff we're saying, would he investigate it? And would he turn the investigation in a different direction? And like, there's no expiration date on it, right? He's rehabilitating this witness.
Decades.
Of reports over time?
Yes.
Did you engage in tasks after the case began?
Yes.
Sean D.
Environment for her to.
Sean D, thank you so much. Came through twice for his boy. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Sean D. Great show. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate all you guys.
Tow truck back to Canton. Did you have any information whatsoever that there was any animus, or animosity between Brian Higgins and John O'Keefe?
No.
After speaking to witnesses and the defendant at that point when you got back into your truck to go to Canton, did you have any information that there was any animosity between Brian Albert and John O'Keefe?
No.
How long do investigations continue for?
Sometimes years, sometimes decades.
Of reports over time?
Yes.
Did you engage in tasks after the case began?
Yes.
Have you engaged in tasks recently?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Nuttall was one of the defendants stated, I hit him.
Who interviewed firefighter Daniel Whitley on February 8, 2022?
I did.
When you spoke to him, do you remember whether he shared any statements about the defendant telling him anything about her interaction with Mr. O'Keefe at the end of that night?
I believe that he stated that they got into a fight.
Do you know the...
Gladys Knight said, hey, every law tube is saying he sucks. Okay, that's cool. But I didn't say that he was good at it. And I don't know how much it's working. I'm not in the courtroom, and this is not the end of the trial. I'm just telling you what he's trying to do. And if you have people on the jury who's just looking at it straightforward, like, well, wait a minute, why didn't she ever mention Higgins? And why, he didn't do anything. I didn't see him do anything walking through that hallway. And, I don't see it. This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it simple, common sense type shit. Common sense would dictate all that shit. 4 horsemen. Like I said, Hank Brennan's part of it. Krowski Sr., Krowski Jr., Gary Zarolo on the Corey links. But yeah, I just you never can underestimate. This is their wheelhouse. This is what they do. I know what he's saying, though, is definitely it's definitely making it seem like that they investigated it. He's making it seem like he investigated it and everything they're saying is not true. And I like where we stand right now. I hope everybody sees through the bullshit. I don't know. I get nervous. I don't want to see Karen go to jail. I don't want to see Karen get locked up. I get nervous. So I stress to you, Gladys, about the dude hitting his arm. AJ spoke on it. I don't know if he watched the show. I'm not going to act like that's what he did, but he realized that's an important piece. And that's what I said. Over time, he's going to realize the important pieces of the Waterfall videos, and he's going to get the right monologue, and he's going to memorize it, and he's going to be able to hit him every time he says it. Because it's, I had 50, 100 tries at it. He's under the bright lights. It's live, so he gets it. And I'm not saying it's because of me. Disclaimer, I'm not saying it's because of me, but that was one of my things. He has to speak on the grabbing. It wasn't just the waving. It was the grabbing, and it's how close it is in there. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's all eyes on you, Kevin from South Boston. It's all eyes on you. Best believe that, my dude. It's all eyes on you.
Okay, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, let's go, let's go.
Still
You hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself, like I don't need no one else. Yeah. You hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself, like I don't need no one else. Yeah. Come on.
Still fighting through the pain, trying to change our ways. Still believe it gets better, trying to find a way. I've stayed to the grave, our soul remains. Try to take it all from us, we gon' make a pay. Still believe, gonna find a way. Still believe, fighting through the pain. Still believe, our soul remains. Still believe in your dreams. At Christmas time it was just lots of pain. Hindsight 2020 at 40 not the same. Do the math on the podcast, dropping names. It's God's wrath, like clots in the vein. Crazy how everybody dies in real time. Anxiety high, you know I don't feel fine. Grew up with boom bap, used to kill rhymes. Connect physically, spiritually, it can heal minds. Devil's working overtime, cancer in the colon. The answer was right there, no one ever told them. System overload, keep hold, then control them. Gotta watch your people, the Rico.
Phone lines are
These
open.
streets with no health care, egomaniacs with no self-care. We living in denial with dreams, we out here. Things ain't what they seem, keep yourself aware, cheer. Still fighting through the pain, trying to change our ways. Still believe it gets better, trying to find a way. I've stayed to the grave, our soul remains. Try to take it all from us, we gon' make a pay. Still believe, gonna find a way. Still believe, fighting through the pain. Still believe, our soul remains. Still believe in your dreams.
You hate to see it, but I still believe in myself. I'm sorry you don't see in you what I see in myself. That's why I be by myself.
Phone lines are open, people. You guys want to call in? Call in. It's your show. It's your phone call.
Call from Sandy from Cali.
You're live with J.F.K. What's up? What's up?
What's up, my boy?
What's happening? What's happening?
Sandy from Cali.
Hey, what up, Sandy? How you doing, girl?
I'm watching the Celtics too.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing between
Yes.
you. Yeah, no getting down. I mean, God, we got experts galore behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Hanky is fucking with our minds.
Trying to.
He's just well, he is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
There's not going to be a number 3. I mean, there's too much corruption out there. And I'm not like Sean. I love Sean of the Gulf. I mean, he's my guy. And he's on another, plane now. But I really believe that there can't be a number 3, that juries are not that stupid a second time around, and they're younger. And I think they've got it. I really do. And I'm not saying that 100% because I still want to leave a little bit of, doubt in there just so I don't go wild and start going crazy on Twitter that we got it, just in case. But I mean, I think you are really keeping control of us and helping us.
Appreciate
And
that.
James too, stay steady. And you're not going like some go way over like TB. And I love him, I really do too. But he really, if you watch him, you're feeling great at the end of the show. Like, we fucking got it. We watch Melanie, same thing. You watch Emily D. Baker, not so much. She tells she's the law tuber right down the middle and doesn't and gives props to both sides. And she's like, you guys, you give props to, well, not props to both sides, but you point out that there's a possibility that Hanky might just infect these people, and that AJ, is going to be able to get over it. I think when it really comes down to it, we're going to make it. I mean, we can't go through number 3. There's just no way. It's too much money. I think we'll have a new DA by then. The DA will put the kibosh on it. Never let it happen, But, well, that's by 26. So I don't know if you can lose in the summer and, he is able to still be there to do another trial before because Morrissey's going to be out of there, but it all depends. But anyway, I'm trying to look on the positive side, like I kind of look on everything else. And, I got good days, I got bad days, but
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually really feeling good. I'm all done with everything right now, and I'm in the phase of waiting to see how everything comes out, all the blood counts and all the CT scans and
That's the
all
worst.
the probes.
The CT scans are the scariest, aren't they? And the thing is, you take the CT scans and they tell you, all right, you're all right. Well, whatever case it is, like this is not here or this is not there. And then, if they find something, they got to do a surgery. And it's like, it's just all crazy.
Yeah. And the thing that sucks is they know. I watch them, even though, it takes a little while to do a full one because I had 2 positive lymph nodes under my right armpit. So I'm a little bit more on the other kind of funky side.
What's your stage? If you don't mind me asking, what's your stage right now?
It was stage 2.
Oh, okay.
But the thing that got me the second time, just 3 months ago, was another one on the left side of my breast. So that's the one that they went ahead and started treatment again on. And So I'm waiting now. I got to get an MRI, see how it looks, and decide from there. But I can look through the glass and see the technicians, and they try to stay plain faced. I got a good grip on, reading people behind the lead glass, that if it's good or bad, and how they treat you when they're helping you get up and get dressed, and it's like, well, how's it look? Oh, well, the doctor will be in to talk.
Yeah,
And it's like,
that's the
come on,
that's the worst shit.
I can see through them, and I know if it's bad, and especially if they call you, oh, well, the doctor will talk to you in his room. It's like, fuck, don't tell me that.
Right.
Just tell me, you saw something or you didn't. Don't fuck around with me.
I can dig it.
But no, I'm very positive about it, and
that's awesome.
If I'm not going to make it. So I've got to stay positive.
You got this, girl.
I know I can beat it. I got 2 Canadian parents that were strong from Braveheart area in Scotland, so I got some toughness in me.
Absolutely.
In my genes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call, Sandy, and I appreciate the motivation, and and we're gonna get through this.
And and everybody out there, try and stay positive. Try not to get deep down depressed and stuff, and just do like J.F.K. says, and do what you need to do to figure out what's going on. Go to him for guidance, and if you want happy stuff, go to Turtle Boy. He'll tell you we're winning all the way, and they're just a bunch of jackasses. And just pick out what you need. If you need that high, go watch Turtle Boy. He'll give it to you. And if you need, centralizing again, and you don't want to go either way, then watch Emily D or J.F.K. And James is a love. I love the layover. I just love it. It's a nice, cool, calm place to hang out.
Absolutely, Sandy, and I appreciate you. And go Celtics. We're going into the second half, so
I know.
Hopefully,
Okay.
Hopefully,
I'll let you go and talk to others, and I'll be in the chat. Love you, chat. Thanks.
Thank you so much
for everything. You guys gave me love the other night, and thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All
Sandy.
right, guys.
Peace.
All right.
Sandy, ladies and gentlemen, Sandy, beautiful phone call. Beautiful phone call. So, Kev, let me ask you the $1 million question.
Sure, let's hear it.
What's going on? What's your feelings of today?
I was glad that Jackson spent all that time with him. I mean, it seems like he's trying to like hide the fact about Proctor, but they when they're questioning him, I mean, he was his senior, his senior officer over Proctor, so he should have known all this shit that was going on, and it just shows you that they did a shitty fucking job, point blank.
Period.
They did a shitty fucking job. The bullshit that fucking Hank did towards the end, in my eyes, he was trying to fucking reel that fucking jury back in.
Of course he was.
He let Jackson do his thing, and then he started bringing up, other shit, trying to just get it out there, get ahead of them, get ahead of the defense, trying to, jump the gun again. I mean, I don't know how well all that shit's gonna work out for him. I mean, I was kind of happy with today. I mean, I feel like Jackson, made him admit a few things, and and brought some shit to light to him.
Yeah, it seemed like we know he was involved, but it's like, was he had? Did he break? Did he just side with his boys and plant some taillight and thought, hey, she really did it, so whatever, we'll just make it stick harder. It's a cop, so like maybe he thought he was doing the right thing, and maybe he really thought that she did it. I'm just saying. I mean, disclaimer, and they got in his head, and now as he's sitting back watching everything, he's like, holy shit,
Yeah, like Proctor took advantage of me. Almost like Proctor ran him, you know what I'm saying? Ran a circle around his ass while he was just standing there, and he wasn't aware of it.
Hmm?
Which, I mean, that's why Proctor isn't in the position that he is no more. But let me tell you something, they're not stupid either. I mean, that that Massachusetts, their internal investigation on Proctor had to put a limelight on Buchanan. I mean, Bukaki. Fucking
Indeed.
what was your I mean, I don't know how I'm just jumping on, man. I had some daddy shit to do tonight and shit with the daughter. But what about that footage with Higgins with in the back parking lot and shit?
I mean, dude,
Blows my mind. He's point blank lying. He lied.
you mean this? Look at the truck. He's in the cab. He's in the cab of the truck. You seen that, right? He's not in the. Watch what he does. He goes into the cab of the truck. Like the side of that truck, the cab of it, it opens up. Like it swings open the back. Watch. It looks like it's smashed in the front of the truck, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the pixels, but it looked like to me that the truck was smashed. Like it doesn't move. Like you know how they got like detective cars in the back of the police
Yep.
stations. You don't know, like just beat down. That's what
Yep.
it looked like, but I could be wrong. See it? See
Now,
the hood? See the hood of it?
yeah, it looks all buckled. I see it.
It looks buckled, right? Am I bugging?
Yeah. No.
It looks like it's buckled. So look what he does. So look, he doesn't go. He's not going to the back door. Look where he goes. He opens the cab. Watch the side door. Watch the side window. I mean, see? Watch when it opens.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, he's grabbing something, bro. Or
No,
he's
what? He grabs a duffel bag. Watch. He got the duffel bag. He closes the cab, right? And watch him walk away. He's got the duffel bag. Watch. You ready? I got his ass. I got you, Kev. Duffel bag. Bingo.
Yep.
Right there. Now watch. Lighten up. Duffel bag. Bink.
Yep.
Duffel bag. Bink. And he puts it. Now look at him. Look at the back of the Jeep. He's in the back of the Jeep. That's him. You can hardly see him because of the snow, but he's there. He's got the duffel bag over his back and he puts it in the Jeep. See?
Yep. Yeah, and that ain't no little gym bag. That's a fucking look like a hockey bag, for Christ's sakes.
It's wild, right? Fucking wild. So
That,
it looks like it looked like it was buckled to you.
yeah, that front end, yeah.
So it looks like that's where he keeps all his shit. Maybe it was maybe it's a Fed truck. You know what I mean? And it's
Yep.
all messed up. He crashed it, and that's where he keeps all his that's his stash spot. You know what I mean?
Change of
So to
clothes,
speak,
fucking whatever.
right? That's what it looked like to me. That's shady.
Then they got pictures of him in the corridor in one of the hallways in the precinct.
Misty said, "I swear I saw one of those trucks at Fairview." Lawrence said, "Didn't he take his truck to New York for that cop's funeral?" He did. I think he took the other truck though. I think he took the pickup. He's running so scared, and I don't think the McAlberts filled him in on the whole script. Patrick, I love we got some perjury proof for Higgins today. What's in the motherfucking bag, and what the fuck was he doing?
Right? What the fuck's in the bag?
Kevin from South Boston, this is what's happening right now. It's all eyes on you. I mean, who would have thought? You're not testifying, they're hiding you. You got Bukaki of all people. Proctor's gone. Of all people, you got him stepping in, taking the heat. And he's just like even though he's already been unlocked as a character, but his character's just unlocked on it's like it's got different levels. It's unlocked on a different level now. And it's all eyes on you. And it's like everything's on you. It's like everything. You're the one that's walking through the hallway. You're the one that's grabbing duffel bags. Brian A, like, it's speculation with him because it was his house. He didn't come out, and don't get it twisted. He's not in the clear, big bad Brian A. But
Fuck
it's
no.
all eyes on you because there's motion on you. The 1220 text, the text is between you and Karen, being there at 1:30, saying you didn't say goodbye to anyone, getting a lawyer when they interviewed you, throwing your phone away. I mean, damn, Higgins. Kevin from South Boston, man.
You're all fucking done.
Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you ready to, like, put it out there that you were
Yo,
wrong?
you sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Why are we wrong? Why
This
are we
is
wrong?
fucking Higgins. Higgins called the phone. He hung up. That was Higgins, bro.
That was
Bro.
Higgins, man.
Bro.
You fucking coward, man.
That was fucking Higgins.
He is a fucking coward.
He sure is, my brother.
Did some cowardly shit to John O'Keefe, man.
Well, listen, man, I know you jumped on a little late, bro, but I'm about to land this flight. And
I'm
I just
down,
wanted
man.
to get you in there. What you want to say in closing, man? What's going on for tomorrow? You around tomorrow night?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely. Yeah, I ain't got no chair tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go on a little. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. There's so many people trying to do it, so I'm trying to slide in,
Yeah.
and get enough viewers or whatever. But go ahead, man. Talk to the people. Whatever's on your chest, man.
Yeah, no, man. I'm just I'm here, man. I'm free Karen Reed, man. I'm watching this shit just like everybody else. I'm watching this shit. Shit get unfolded. Shit that we didn't see last year. I mean, it seems like every day there's something's fucking spinning your head. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? How did it? How come? My biggest thing is that we're seeing some of the shit that they were hiding. The Commonwealth, I believe, knew about that video with Higgins in that at that fucking in the back of the police station, but they didn't want to give that shit up. They didn't want to give that shit up because that shit would have unraveled a big can of worms back then. And they're trying to hide shit now. And it sucks. You can tell. I mean, you can tell that they're trying. I mean, they're trying to distance both Brians. They're trying to distance them from this case. And there's got to be a reason. And I think they're going to get to the bottom of it.
There you have it. Kev, I appreciate you for tapping in real quick, man. Everybody in the chat, all my long gamers, make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm almost at 13,000 followers. I need everybody to hit that subscribe button because YouTube likes to unsubscribe. Hit my Bandcamp if you like the music. Go buy something. Cash App J.F.K. Show Off, MO J.F.K. Show Off, the whole shit. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you guys next flight.
Yeah.
Peace and love, everybody. You did John dirty, Higgins.
Later.
Did John dirty. For sure.